What do you think about the number 18 ranking coming out today?
That's good. It's okay. We got a lot of work to do before the tournament starts for our next game against Louisville, so that's the only thing we're concerned about now.
Talk to me about that Louisville game. I know that Larry was being a little tongue-in-cheek talking about the student section being noticeably absent on Saturday. How big are they to you guys as players to motivate you, especially in a game like that?
Oh, it's great. I mean, everywhere we go around campus or around Dallas, the students, the fans, they're great. So we're looking forward to it, especially me. This is my last home game, so I'm looking forward to it.
How much does it mean to you to go out for this kind of a game as your senior night?
It means a lot to me. My mother's from Louisville, and all her family's from there, so I have a lot of people at the game. And she, even though I'm my son, she's rooting for Louisville, so we'll see.
No. She's rooting for Louisville?
Somewhat.
What?
How do you let her get away with that?
I think she's probably pretty much joking with me, but my uncle, he's a diehard, her brother's a diehard Louisville fan. And he said he's going to throw the L's up with the pony, so we'll see on Wednesday.
What was it like when you guys walked into their arena a couple months ago? It was only your third conference game. They got all the banners hanging around. They've got, there's Rick Pitino on the sideline. Were some of your younger teammates sort of awestruck at all just by the environment?
I don't know about awestruck, but like I said, we were a different team back then. We're kind of peaking and gelling right now. Like I said, we're a totally different team. Now we're more mature. We understand how to win, how to close out games. So this will be a different team this time.
Do they look like a different team now too?
Yeah, they do. They're playing a lot better. They're playing harder. I think they have gelled as a team also. When we played them, I think they lost O'Bannon a couple games before, so they're a different team too.
When I talked to your teammates at the beginning of the year, he uses the term awestruck. It seems as though you guys play with a lot of confidence. Mm-hmm. In essence, you don't ever really look at an opponent, not necessarily where you're playing, but look at an opponent and say, this isn't a team that we can beat. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, I think it's fair. I think we worried about ourselves before we worry about the other team. And we've won some big games that kind of prepared us for this moment, so we fear no one.
What's the coach's biggest complaint about y'all's performance in the last game? A 15-point win and...
Well, a lot of little things that we've done previously we didn't kind of do and execute that past game. The energy, I wouldn't say it wasn't there, but we have to play Central Florida like we played Louisville, or Memphis, or Cincinnati. The same intensity has to be there, and it kind of wasn't that last game.
When you guys lost on the road, Coach was pretty downtrodden, upset about the fact that you guys lost the board contest. It seems like you guys have bounced back. What was it about your game that you guys were able to adjust following that game?
I'm just getting back to what we do, defending and rebounding and playing good, solid defense is a staple of our team. And when we lost that game against Temple, we didn't do that. So just getting back to our roots.
The first time you played Louisville, it was an 8-point game, even though you were barely over 500 on free throws and you didn't shoot threes very well. What did you guys do well that kept that game close, and what do you have to change to get over the hump this time?
Thinking back to that game, we fought back. We were down a lot early, and we fought back. I don't think we handled our press very well in the first half. We did a lot of silly things in the first half. And I just think we weren't mature enough at the time. I think now we're more mature.
Coach Brown last week was named one of the 10 finalists for the National Coach of the Year award. Did you and your teammates say anything or do anything to recognize that with him?
I'm pretty sure Coach Brown has had every award you possibly can imagine, and I think he's the best coach in the country, if that means anything.
Did he acknowledge it at all? Did he say anything about it?
No.
What is it about Coach Brown that you and the players respect so much or respond to so well?
That he actually cares about us on and off the court. He cares about us as people, not only as players, and he strives us to be better every day.
There are 5 AAC teams in the top 25. Talk about the level of competition that you guys face pretty much each game.
Even they say we got the top 5, but even the bottom 5 are pretty tough. We lost to South Florida and Temple, and they were considered the lower halves of the conference. But those 5 teams are really tough to play, especially in their home court arena. So yeah.
Louisville's leading the conference in scoring, leading the conference in scoring differential, like 19 points a game. Mm-hmm. What's the key to defending Louisville?
Stopping Russ Smith. Stop. They say cut off the head and everything else falls.
How does he compare to the other top guards that you guys have faced this year?
He's one of the best. He's fast with the ball. He makes great decisions, and they run a lot of sets for him.